Hello everybody, this is Bash Fruchtado and welcome. Today I will be talking about Cuir Beluga from Guerlain. This was originally released in, I actually don't remember the year, let me check here. 2005, so in the very beginning stages of the collection. The perfumer behind this, it's supposed to be Olivier Polge. Yeah, it has a funny name, Cuir Beluga, because nobody knows actually for sure what is the meaning, the specific meaning of beluga in this case, because as most of you might know, beluga is a whale, and its skin, it's pretty pale white-ish, creamy white, beige can be. So, but there are many in different cultures, in different languages. Beluga has different meanings, but it pretty much, I've read online in many places, many websites and forums, and on the Guerlain web group on Facebook, that pretty much the consensus is that beluga in this case means white, soft. It's a soft white kind of leather, which makes sense. Let me spray. This is the new bottle, as you can see, the new presentation. I have finished a full bottle of the previous presentation in the 75 ml. I actually finished it last year. It's quite a beautiful perfume. I really love it. I have this, and I also have half a liter stashed away. So I figured it would go well with this, with the shirt that I'm wearing. So yeah, it's a lot of vanilla, actually, a lot of vanilla. To me, this is not very leathery, actually, at all. It's a very soft vanilla with hints of leather. I wouldn't say it's a leather perfume overall or per se, but mostly a vanilla with hints of leather, a very smooth leather. Not suede, not that kind of leather, but the normal leather that you would expect to see on a beluga whale, which is funny. Vanilla, lots of vanilla. Vanilla seems to be the main ingredient in this whole line, at least in the previous whole line, because as we know, like with the relaunching of the line and rebranding of the bottles, we've had a few introductions such as Frenchy Lavande, Épice Volée, Santal Parosa, Rocherie, and those are very different because they were not really part of this collection before. So there's not really a vanilla theme that goes through them. But the previous ones, Angélique Noire, Cuir Beluga, Spiritueuse de Bleu Vanille, many others, there were a lot of vanilla. There's a lot of vanilla in them. So yeah, it's this is, I find, brighter than the older one. The opening, it's a bit brighter, but the whole body and structure of the perfume, it's exactly the same to my nose. Let me see what other websites say here about notes. I don't get any aldehydes in this. I don't really detect any aldehydes. Fragrantica shows aldehydes: tangerine, immortelle, patchouli, vanilla, suede, heliotrope, and amber. No, I don't really get that stuff. I definitely don't get the tangerine. on my skin, to my perception, it's a leather, very soft leather and vanilla. That's it. But it's quite beautiful, quite gorgeous, very soft, very delicate, very tender. So yeah, it's a beautiful perfume. And even though you can see behind me, it's a beautiful day, it's bright and sunny. It's -20, actually. Yeah, there are no clouds in the sky, but it's -20. It's very cold Celsius. -20 Celsius. It's very, very cold. I just came back from outside, and I said that I was going to talk about how we perceive different smells differently, and it is very much a fact. Our olfactory senses are linked to our taste buds. You know, this whole thing here is very connected. And if you notice when you get a cold or flu, and if your nose goes plugged, you can't smell anything, automatically you will not be able to taste anything. That's a small glimpse of a fact of how much attached they are. So when, like, growing up in Brazil, it's a very tropical country. We have very tropical everything, and the taste of Brazilians overall leans more towards fruity scents, sweet and fresh citrus, you know, refreshing because of our culture. And you know, geographically speaking, it's a very hot country, not everywhere, but most of it. And that's pretty much it. You know, of course, it varies a lot from region to region, but when you hear groups of or not groups, but like big brands talking about the Brazilian market, it's pretty much what they talk about. It's pretty much what they mention. And European people have different tastes, different choices when it comes to perfume, because they have heavy winters. Same in Canada, heavy winters, you know, so they will go for things that make them feel very comfortable in the winter, which doesn't really happen in Brazil. And food's also something like. So what I'm trying to say is your culture has a big influence on how you smell and taste things. My husband, as an example, first time he tried acai, you know, the juice from acai, he hated it because he thought it tasted like dirt, like earth. And but to us, you know, that grew up around it, it tastes totally different. It's a flavor that we enjoy very much. I cannot speak for every Brazilian, but speaking for myself and my family and those around me, we love acai. And it's just something that we don't really get the dirt thing that he said, because we grew up with it. So we perceive it with it totally different because we're so accustomed to it that, you know, it's almost like being biased towards it. But it's very interesting. So every time he goes to Brazil and he tries something different, and he says, "Oh, this tastes like this," and like, yeah, maybe sometimes I agree, most of the times not, because it's just the way. But even when we were smelling perfumes too, we literally spray the same perfume out of the same bottle, and we can get totally different perceptions from the same perfume, and it's totally fine. And that's one of the reasons why you never see me talking about buy this, buy that, this is not good, that's great, because it's 100% personal. You know, how you perceive this specific scent, it's 100% personal, and only you are able to tell if you like this or not. Because my background is could be totally different than yours, and the way I detect something can be totally different than yours. So yeah, I would never say that kind of stuff in this channel, because also because I don't think it's that nice to say things like that. Just because something like, I love Cuir Beluga. I love all the perfumes that I talk about on my channel, but there are a lot of people out there that could hate it, and it's totally fine. You know, it smells different to you than it smells to me. But if I were to say this is terrible, you know, this is trash, don't buy it. No, I know there are a lot of people out there that love this as well, so I find it a little bit, you know, bad. So yes, if you guys would like to hear me talking about this kind of stuff again, just yeah, let me know, and I'll probably try to put up a different video as soon as possible. I tried to put another one between here and Wednesday because I'm on my days off work now. Yay. But yeah, so thank you so much for your attention, your time, and the leather's getting stronger. Yeah, this is the time that the leather is getting quite stronger, but still very smooth and very vanillic. There's still the whole life of this perfume on my skin and on my to my brain. It's vanilla and leather married like this. It's just these two notes that are very loud to me in this perfume. I don't get any wood, I don't get any patchouli, any tangerine, aldehydes, no. Vanilla and leather to me. Lots of vanilla. But yeah, it's starting to get amped up, the leather. So once again, thank you so much for your time and your attention, and hope you have a great morning, afternoon, day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. And the world does need more beauty lovers. Bye.